Hey, what's up, everybody? It is I, TJ, co host of the Now Mind You podcast, back again with a new review of Tokyo Revengers by Ken Wakui. Today, we are reviewing chapter 273 titled Carry On. There will be spoilers ahead. Now, where did we leave off? Shinichiro leaps forward in time to see an older Mikey coming in to get his scooter repaired. Quick summary: he did it! Shinichiro was able to successfully time leap and stop the worst timeline from occurring. The worst timeline for him, right, from occurring. Let's get into the review. A lot of confirmations in this chapter, but a lot of loose ends still. We get confirmation that Mikey brought the scooter in after the beach incident. Again, Shinichiro has been through so much. We get it, man. Go ahead and feel those emotions. And another confirmation that this is why Haruchio knows about time leaping. He noticed the new memories and had to reconcile them. Also, peep the Trunks cut. Shout out Trunks Briefs from Dragon Ball. And then shout out to Shinichiro for breaking it down to him. I wonder if Haruchio also noticed the difference between his scars. Interesting that Shinichiro's real aim was just to avoid that darkest timeline of his. That being said, it feels that if he feels that he doesn't need the ability to time leap anymore, there are still quite a few unanswered questions left. I thought it was a little jarring that it was just the one leap and that was it. Maybe we're being led to this conclusion on purpose. Who knows? It was cool seeing that scene of young Hiro Takemichi. Once again, it proves to us that that scene is kind of a nexus point and pivotal point in this series. But it was cool seeing it from like Shinichiro's perspective. I'm pretty sure Shinichiro was, again, always described as being weak, and yet here's another instance of him displaying ridiculous strength. Last time it was like busting through concrete walls with his bare fist. This time it's leaving a fist imprint inside of a metal, on a metal streetlight pole. Obviously, the kid's reaction, hilarious. The feeling of finality, when Shinichiro passes the power along to young Takemichi, I don't think he time leapt after he got killed by Kazutora. I think this is it. Also, could the dark tendencies of Manjiro be a result of how Shinichiro acquired his power? Like, because you killed for it, you got the power, but as a result, your loved one that you're trying to save will be forever warped or cursed, if you will. Maybe this is why we're not seeing similar ripple effects with Akun and Hina, whose fates were also changed by Takemichi's time leaping because Takemichi was simply given the gift and did not have to kill someone for it. Did Shinichiro low-key curse Takemichi, though? I mean, seeing these events going on the whole series, you gotta wonder. Wakasa apparently took over the retelling of Shinichiro's story at some point during this flashback, so does Wakasa have dual sets of memories as well? He was full Yakuza in the alternate timeline, let's not forget. What does it do to your psyche, speaking of Mikey, knowing that there's an alternate timeline where you died? Low-key. Also, it looks like not everyone has put together that Takemichi was that unknown boy in Shinichiro's like flashback, if you will. Now, if this is indeed the end of this flashback, this is predictions and questions, by the way. If this is indeed the end of this flashback, I take it Shinichiro didn't leap out of Kazutora killing him. So what of Kazutora? That's somewhat of a loose end for Kazutora and Shinichiro for that matter. What of Hanma? Still no actual history or background for this dude. How come Senju was absent in one timeline and present in another? So then, who pushed Takemichi off the platform? Was it the original assumption that I made? Was it Akun after all? I guess that event, plus hearing about Hina's death, was enough of a catalyst to trigger the time leaping in the first place, right? The time leaping abilities. All in all, this chapter left me with more questions than answers. I hope the next chapter is a bit more of a banger. It seems like we're going to be back in the present. I can't wait to read everyone else's thoughts as always. Thanks Creepy Kitten, Guts Guy, Riolu, and Moonfox. Big shout out to the Manga Katana community. Thank you everyone for giving this a watch and a listen. And if you like what you're hearing, hit up the main podcast and give it a follow. At Now Mind You Pod, that's NOWMINDYOUPOD on Instagram, and Now Mind You Podcast on all distribution platforms. Don't forget, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Peace.